It's Friday. Man, I almost said Monday. That tells you how far out of it I am. Hey, Stuart, how are you? Our friend Stuart, the fish whisperer, is here. Or he was here. Either way, it's much appreciated. Always enjoy a visit from Stuart, the fish whisperer. I'm going to bring up my desktop real quick. I film it? Not really film it. What are we doing? Broadcasting it? I know there's a name for it. I don't know it. On my phone, but I like to bring up the desktop. Bigger print. Older eyes. So anyway, I hope everyone's having a good Friday. And I hope it's going to lead to a great weekend for everyone. Fast approaching legitimate autumn. Meteorologists say autumn starts on the 1st of September. They go by trends. It certainly it felt like summer ended right around that time. Not that we didn't get a few warmer days, but man, I don't think it's gotten out of the 80s since August. And for a stretch there in throughout the summer, we were hitting 100-degree temperatures on a regular basis. So technically, of course, autumn doesn't start until the 22nd this year. That's the equinox. That it would be astronomically speaking. I like both. I like celebrating the beginning of fall as well as the beginning of spring, because I'm always happy when winter's over on the 1st. However, I also like the solstices and the equinoxes because it has a bit of a spiritual significance, as well as, astronomically. Solstice is either the shortest or longest day of the year. So we are either receiving more light than any other time of the year or less light, which is pretty cool. Hey, Pancake, how are you? Appreciate you stopping in. How's everything going on your channel? I wanted to make sure that I'm receiving all notifications, which I wasn't, but now I am. Pancake says, I'm good. How are you? Good. I'm glad to hear that. So now I will be receiving all notifications. I'm sorry I wasn't before. I thought I had that set. It always pays to double check. I hear stories of things changing on their own on YouTube. I don't know if that's actually happens or not. However, it does always pay to check and make sure. Because if you have people that you like to follow and you're not receiving anything, two things are happening. They're not putting out content, or you don't have the right notification. And as it turns out, I didn't have the right notification. So anyway, what was I saying? Fall's on its way. Fall is on its way. If it's not already here, depending on which camp you fall in, meteorology or astronomically, or both. You know what? There's always a good reason to celebrate something, right? Changing of the seasons, more light, less light, longest day of the year, shortest day of the year. There's always something to celebrate. Gratefulness might be the one true spiritual practice that brings almost immediate results. Now, I could name meditation. The benefits that I've received from the practice of meditation are too numerous to count. It led the path towards my sobriety. It led the path to the certain people easily, effortlessly dropping out of my life, new people coming into my life, continuing so now. It led to a deep and profound understanding of how my mind works. All of our minds work. It took a little bit longer to gain benefits from that understanding because it's so easy to get pulled back into the mind traps. Breath work. I don't know if we can, I don't know if many people would categorize breath work, pranayama, as a spiritual practice. It seems like more of a physiological practice. You make a physiological change and your emotional state changes. But anything that you do that changes an emotional state can also have profound spiritual implications. So it falls into the spiritual pathway of yoga. So, yep, I call it a spiritual practice. It does have immediate benefits. You can, in the space of 10 breaths, you can go from the sympathetic nervous state to the parasympathetic nervous state, like that, 10 breaths. You can go from agitated, anxious, panicked, angry, what have you, to calm, peaceful, collected in 10 breaths. Why doesn't everyone? Hey, Mir, how are you? Mir says, so yogi and beautiful people. Hello, my friend Mir. Why doesn't everyone practice breath work? I don't know. Probably because they don't know. They don't know the benefits. They don't know how easy it is to learn and how to incorporate it into practice. As well, many people just do breath work without knowing that specific breaths bring a specific result. It's a formula. It's like cracking a safe. You got to have the right number if you want to get the safe open. You got to do the right breathing if you want the specific results. So my teaching and my teacher broke it down into 3 categories. Here says, I'm good, sir. Thank you for asking. You're welcome, my friend. Hope all is well with you. These are just categories, names, terms that he gave to categories to help put the right breath, specific breath, in order. Coffee breathing, water breathing, whiskey breathing. All kinds of breaths fall in those categories. Coffee breathing, a morning breath or an invigorating breath or a warm-up breath, it is quick pace. Usually a quick inhale, sometimes a passive exhale, sometimes a quick inhale and a forceful exhale. That would be called bellows breathing. And there's different versions of that. Mir says, Tandra's sister is up 200. Awesome. I saw that she was live and I meant to go over there. Didn't get the opportunity. What if she's still live? I can at least share her out. So that would be, Breath of Fire or bellows breathing, as I mentioned. All good stuff. Wakes you up in the morning. I do Breath of Fire pretty much every morning. Well, not even pretty much. The only time I don't do it is if for some reason I slip in bellows breathing, or I do a version of Breath of Fire called skull shining breath, which has breath retention that I really love a lot. So yeah, Breath of Fire, morning breath, or thereabouts. Then we have water breathing. Water's neutral, mixes with anything. Doesn't bring you too far up, doesn't bring you too far down. If you are anxious or agitated, it can help even things out. If you are need a bit of energy, hey Odom, how are you? Nice to see you, my friend. If you need a bit of energy, it can pick you up. It's classified, categorized as even breaths. Breathing in for 4, exhaling for 4. So the exhalation, really important to know. That's what puts you into the parasympathetic, lengthening the exhalation. Breathing in for 4, exhaling for 8 is what would be categorized as whiskey breathing because it puts you into that parasympathetic state very quickly. Great for preparing for bed. Great if you're very extremely anxious, if you need to lower your blood pressure. So many health benefits. Lengthening the exhalation. Let's see. Bob says, why does the universe exist at all? Why are we here? What's the meaning of life? Man, those are some big questions. I don't know. Lots of theories. One of my favorite theories is cosmology speaking. Cosmology? Cosmic is another word that I want to use, but I'm not going to be able to say it. Is that we are the universe itself. And the purpose of the universe is expansion. Now take that same thought and you have the yogic Buddhist to an extent. And one of my favorite Course in Miracles is that the universe itself is illusory, doesn't exist. It is a thought in the mind of God, as are we. And the purpose of the universe, the purpose of life, is to remember that we are dreaming, illusory. It's to wake up. And the way we do that is through forgiving the dream, forgiving the effects within the dream, and awakening. Could be. As I mentioned, I don't actually know. Here's what I do know. I don't much care either way. The practices in yoga, the practices in A Course in Miracles, and both of those hold that theory that the world is illusory. It's the practices that I care about because they give me the immediate benefits of being at peace, of forgiving everyone, of being loving, moment to moment to moment. That I always have that opportunity to remember right now that I'm able to love. That's what's important to me. If there, personally, I have the thought that consciousness is the all-pervading substance of the universe itself. And as consciousness, it's always expanding, it's always evolving, and we are part of that evolution because we are pure consciousness itself. If that's not true, I won't really know, will I, when I die? If it is true, well then things will just continue, but in a different way, in a different form. Either way, what matters to me, this moment, and who and what I am, who and what I do, moment to moment to moment. Can I be forgiving? Because it brings me peace. Hey, Alexandria, how are you? How are you feeling, my friend? Nature says, so Sir Yogi and beautiful people here. Thank you again, Mir. Mir says, Sir Yogi, stay blessed. You too, my friend. Nature and Human says, hey, Alexandria. Alexandria says, hey, everyone. Let's see. Bob says, great, thank you. Have you experienced Samadhi state? I have, but not, of course, the end stage of Samadhi. There's, 4 stages of Samadhi? I don't remember the names of all of them. You reach that final, and you are liberated. But to reach that first stage of bliss consciousness through the process of meditation, specifically for me, mantra meditation, several years of meditating, and I would find myself slipping into it. It's not a permanent state. It's this point in my life, I don't even really strive for it. I meditate for the positive effects it has on my life. The same reason I practice forgiveness, positive effects, to be more at peace. I got tired of having my buttons pushed a long time ago, that it was so easy to get And this is even after years of practice and meditation. The thing is, you know, it might have been a little less for me, but even so, my buttons could still be pushed. Maybe I could hide it better than others for a long time, but it wasn't helpful. It doesn't help to hide. What I wanted, someone's always going to attempt to um, push your buttons. So what do we do? Do we keep running from people? Do we keep hiding from people? Do we keep banning people on YouTube? Or do we do our best to eliminate the buttons themselves? That holds the great appeal to me. Could I do that? The answer is yes, you can. Am I there 100%? Nope. But every day I get a little closer, because every day someone's going to attempt to press those buttons. What a great opportunity to practice. Let's see. Channel, because that's the only part I can pronounce, says, hello, my friend. How are you? Welcome from Thailand and Bangkok. Welcome, my friend. Thank you. Katana. Beautiful name. Let's see. Boss says ZMT will take you to Samadhi state. Any thoughts on that? I do have some thoughts on that, but I need to be careful because it could be classified as drug talk, which gets you a strike on YouTube. I like what Aldous Huxley said, that those substances help. They help cleanse the door of perception, but it's the same door that you walk through all the time. Meditation is a permanent door. You don't need a substance. It'll take you there, maybe a little slower, but you stay in the calm that you've created through the course of a lifetime. I've had my own experiences. I've known other people, quite extensive, and they've all had some powerful experiences, but it was just that. It was an experience. They come and they go. They never stayed there. Just like getting your buttons pushed, I got tired of states that come and go. I got tired of being peaceful sometimes. I got tired of being joyful sometimes. I wanted it all the time because I knew from my own experiences that there was a permanent. Now, when you say joyful, it's a little significant difference between joyful and happiness. Happiness, in the way we're talking about it now, is conditional. I'm happy when this person is nice to me. I'm happy when I get this. I'm happy on paydays. I'm not happy on weeks that don't have a payday. I'm happy when I'm eating good food. I'm not happy when it doesn't taste good. That's not good. It's not bad. Just simply is. Conditional happiness. But joyfulness is love that is unconditional. And it doesn't, as being unconditional, doesn't change. We could say that that's the state of God. We could say that that is samadhi without the baggage of what is samadhi. It's not an altered state of consciousness. It's consciousness itself. Let's see. Katana says yes. Mira says, hey, Sir Yogi and beautiful people. We have Mira in all of his various guises. So it's the same with breath work. Breath work will, again, change the course of our physiology, bringing us to calm, ease, peacefulness from the opposite state in as little as 10 breaths. It also begins to groove a pattern that we can return to easier just by noting the breath. And yogic Vedic terms, samkaras being the mental imprints that we develop through a lifetime. Some say multiple lifetimes, depending on what you believe. We all have them. It is how we operate. Someone does this and we react in this way. We react this way to someone and they react another way. And on it goes. And we find that because we're getting reactions, the mind considers it a success. So it'll wire it either negatively or positively. Whenever something happens, the needle drops in that groove and we're a reactionary machine. Or we could do breath work and we could do yoga and we can meditate and we become responsive beings versus reactionary machines. So I was talking about whiskey breathing. Whiskey breathing, it's called whiskey because it's relaxing, nothing to do with alcohol. Whiskey breathing is the elongated exhalation. Breathe in for 4, exhale for 8. Breathe in for 4, exhale, block off the right side, exhale through the nose for a count of 8. Really help you get to sleep. It'll really lower the blood pressure. It will really, it has a host, lowers the heart rate. There's breaths that will lower the body temperature. So studies have shown that we go to sleep easier, quicker, and deeper when the body is cool, when it has a certain temperature. But sometimes it takes a while to get there. You can do certain pranayama yogic breaths to cool the body, help you get to sleep faster. There are, breaths that calm the central nervous system. There are breaths that rewire our entire way that we navigate through life. But no one does it because no one knows how to do it. No one knows that it exists and that it's possible. They think if we're angry, it just needs to wear off. People say, calm down. Man, if it was that easy, no one would get angry. Hey, Jesse, how are you? Jesse says, God bless you. God bless you too, my friend. Let's see. Ba says, you're telling our ultimate goal is to attain samadhi state. That is the goal of life. Am I right? No. Nope, not at all. I don't know that samadhi state is the actual goal of life. I think there's a difference between God realization and samadhi. Maybe it's semantics. Maybe. But I know people who have achieved a high state of God realization, who are peaceful no matter what situation they're in. They're literally in contact with their essence, which is God, without even knowing the word samadhi. They are not in an altered state of consciousness. They are free of the concept of consciousness itself. They are simply are. They're love. That's all they have to give is love, because they've recognized that's all that they are. Light Blue 9. I like the channel name. Light Blue 9 says, I love you. Well, thank you, my friend. I love you too. So me personally, I don't know what the ultimate purpose of life is. Again, the practices that I follow say the ultimate purpose is simply to wake up, whatever that might be. For me, my ultimate purpose is to be at peace and to extend myself in love in every moment I am capable. And I am capable of it all the time. Can I do it all the time? Nope, because I haven't attained my purpose in life. But we get to work on it. Man, I'm 59 years old. Maybe I got 30 more years to keep working on it. We'll see. Sue says, hello everyone. Hey Sue, how are you? Rio says, hey to Sue. And how are you? Hey Austin, how are you? Sabine says, hello Yogi Eric. Hello Sabine, my friend, how are you? What I do know, I appreciate those insightful questions. But hey, let's turn it around a bit, my friend. What do you think the purpose of life is? Sabine says, fine, just tired. Austin says, I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. You're welcome, my friend. Speed says, how are you? And everyone in the chat. I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little tired myself. One of these days, I keep saying it, but one of these days I will actually get to bed earlier. Sue says, I have no idea what the purpose of life is. I can tell you what the purpose of life is. It is to film yoga squirrels in the proximity of the Susquehanna River. Everything else is just a bonus. So Sue, you're covered. You're already there. You're living your purpose. Here's a question. What if it really was that simple? We get a squirrel emoji and some laughing. What if it really was that simple? What if the purpose of life was for Odom to be in his garden, completely overjoyed with what he's doing? What if the purpose of life was for Sue to look at the Pennsylvania sky and see birds, airplanes, helicopters, and just feel an overall sense of joy for what she's witnessing? What if the purpose of life for Sabine is to take a drive with Timo and Bax and see the beautiful countryside of Switzerland and share it with her friends? And every day, there's a possibility of making new friends. You know, what if? And what if you can do all of that with a sense of awe and astonishment? That you're simply overwhelmed and astonished at that you exist at all. And that is given as a gift, that you woke up in the morning, your eye from a deep sleep of nothingness. When you're in that third stage of sleep, when you're in that third stage of consciousness, deep sleep, the absence of thought, the absence of everything, and then your eyes open, and all of a sudden you're awake. And an entire universe is existing there in order to support your existence. And no thoughts come into your mind yet. You find that you're not separate from that source, that you're simply an extension of it, and it's an extension of you, seamless. There's no point where you can lay on your back and without thinking, reach your hands up, especially if you're camping, if you're outside, and you see that there's no place where your hands end and the universe begins. There's no place where the universe ends and your hand begins. It's a seamless continuum, one thing. And it's perfect, in perfect order for you to take a breath, in perfect order to support your lungs, your heart, you, everything. And that somehow you're aware of it all. Not only are you aware, but there's something that is aware that you are aware, consciousness itself. What if just that was the purpose of life? Or as Odom says very succinctly, to just live. And if you can put some awe, a sense of awe, astonishment, and do it with an awareness of love, you're ahead of the game. Speed says that would be great. Would be great, wouldn't it? Let's see. Boss says, if you attain samadhi state, there will be no purpose, no questions, nothing. We will be in a blissful state. There's nothing to talk when. What's your take on that? Well, I have not been in that permanent state of samadhi, so I would surmise. I would take a guess. From the beginning stages of samadhi, sometimes it's tough to find myself back into the waking state of consciousness. And I don't know as I like that. I like it a little more seamless. I think life is way too fluid to just concern ourselves with entering a deep state of consciousness, when all we really need to do is just relax. Relax, breathe, forgive. Then repeat. Sue says, I think I'm living my best life now that I'm retired and and doing what I do. YouTube, never thought that's what I would be doing, but I'm doing more now than I've ever done. You know what? I like that, Sue. As a matter of fact, I absolutely love that. And I am striving for that. I talked about hanging out with up top Stuart the Fish Whisperer the other day, and anything is possible. Bob, both of them are full-time YouTubers. Bob left his office life behind to do what he's doing. What do you think? I need so little. I have a house that's paid for. I split expenses with my brother. I don't have car payments. I have taxes, utilities, and food, an occasional book. Mocha's got a birthday next month, so I got a birthday present to buy. Is it possible in that situation to earn just enough to take care of those expenses, have a little bit left over, if I had a cat that got sick or something, and do what I love to do, which is come here and share conversations like this, especially, our friend, I don't know, do you prefer Ba or B-A? Again, has asked some great questions that have really inspired me to just talk and talk and talk, probably much to the annoyance of everyone. But to hear Sue say that is like another confirmation. This is it. This is what I want to do. This is what I love to do. Share nature videos. Talk about yoga. Talk about A Course in Miracles. Talk about forgiveness. Do burpees semi-naked in my basement. Someone's got to do it, right? Sabine says, I feel that I'm on a mission over here. Man, Sabine, I'd love to hear that. You know what? Man, we're all supporting each other on our missions. Odom says, purpose is to look forward to retirement. I hope you get there soon, Odom. We've talked about this before. Odom belongs firmly planted in his garden, guys. Austin says, hi, Sue and everyone. Speed says, right on, Odom. Mir says, Sir Yogi, you're great too. You're a great bro. Thank you, Mir. Hey, and speaking of people on a mission, this is why I support Mir so much. Look what he's doing with birds. And not just helping them, but then sharing them out so everyone gets to appreciate the beauty of them. And then he comes here and he helps everyone realize their dream. Hey, Jade, how are you? Jade says, I have a question to everyone in the chat. And Big Sir, what do you have, Jade? Jade says, hello, sir. Sorry, I missed you when you first came in, my friend. Odom says, never thought I would be doing YouTube video. That would be nice to just make YouTube video work as overrated. I agree, 100%. I was always, I'm on the shy side. I might even be beyond shy. I never thought I'd be making videos. When Mocha helped me with my certification for meditation teaching, I had to make videos of me teaching, and it was almost impossible when I started. As soon as the camera was pointed at me, I got tongue-tied. And yet, when I went live for the first time, I started talking, and I haven't shut up since. It's been an ongoing dialogue for over a year now. Sue says, I don't need much, have a comfortable retirement, don't need monetization on YouTube. Monetization has helped me a lot, and I worked for it. I don't have a retirement. I had a small savings. Tax situation has whittled that down a bit. I've mentioned before, if I made $1,000 to $1,200 a month, it would be the equivalent of 10,000 for others. I live very simply. I don't want a whole lot. That seems achievable. When I say that, and then I notice over the course of the last week how my YouTube numbers have dropped. Maybe YouTube has heard me say that, and they're pulling the rug out from under me. Maybe I'm a little too overconfident. Let's see. Odom says, hello, Jade. BA says, what's your profession? Well, I worked middle management in retail. And then I started my own training business through much of the 2000s up until COVID. And then I had to shut my business down, lost it. Didn't have the heart to restart it. I'm a certified meditation instructor, a certified breathwork coach, pranayama teacher, 200-hour yoga certified. I don't really teach yoga asanas. I do practice them. I'm certified to teach them, but it's just not my thing. And now, officially, I'm a professional. I'm going to say it out loud. I'm a professional YouTuber. If you earn a penny, you are a professional. I'm also a writer, by the way. Several books published, writing in a blog for quite a long time. Brian says, hey, Brian, how are you? Hey, Eric, well, listened to a guided similar Wim Hof breathing thing. And after a few rounds, had a incoherent breathing exercise, like box breathing. And that really did well after doing Wim Hof. Not surprising, because Wim Hof is going to put you heavily into the sympathetic state. It puts you into that fight or flight state, which, depending on why you're there, isn't necessarily a bad thing. You don't want to be there in everyday life because you're always triggered. And then you got the box breathing, coherent breathing, and it brings you back down after that, after riding that high of the sympathetic state. Then it brings you back down into the parasympathetic. You're nice and relaxed. Sue says, you're going burpees naked in your basement while checking out other people's shorts. Man, what kind of channel would that make me? That makes it sound like I'm on an X-rated channel. All right, at least an R-rated channel. Let's say, Jade says, I think I'll be pretty good on live. Oh, hey, Jade, let me check out your... Sorry, I fell behind. Jade says, which animal do you think you can take on? Hey, I'm a vegan. I don't take on any animal. If by take on, you mean take out for brunch, eat some pancakes? That's a good question. What animal would like pancakes the most? Probably my dog. So Jade says, how can I go live? You need 50 subscribers. And that's it. Obviously, you don't even need something to talk about, as I'm proving that right now. 50 subscribers is all you need. And I just brought your channel up. And as of now, it doesn't look like you have any subscribers. But as of now, you have one, because I just subscribed to you. So you're off to a start. You now have 1 subscriber, 49 to go, and you can do live streams. Odom says, I'm somewhat shy at times. I can see that. You have a very sensitive nature, Odom. Mir says, hi, Brian Bro. Brian says, so to Mir. Jade says, I think I'll be pretty good on live. It's awesome. I love hearing that confidence. Odom says, you have to have 50 subs, Jade. Mir says, so Yogi, one day you are a shining star on YouTube. Man, if I could just get enough views on some of the nature videos, that would be enough for me. Sometimes I wonder if I had more than, I think the most I ever had rush in once, 78 people. And then I started talking and they immediately rushed back out. I wonder if I'd be as comfortable talking. I don't know. Mir, I appreciate you saying that. Man, Mir, Odom, Sue, and Sabine talking about, what we want to do on YouTube, just it never fails to inspire me. Possibilities. I see it with Brian. He puts out heartfelt videos. Doesn't matter what he's doing, if he's doing burpees, if he's just looking at the camera, sharing, if he's making nature videos, it's all straight from the heart. So Jade, here to support you, man. Let's see. BA says, if you give U.S. President post or Samadhi state, post. Oh, President Poster. I'd much rather, man, a president who reached Samadhi. Actually, if a president candidate was pursuing Samadhi, they would probably never run for president. They probably could never get elected because their state of beingness would be so far removed from everyday politics, everyday political narrative, no one would vote for him. However, the world would be a different place. Timo, my friend, how are you? Speaking of YouTube stars, Mr. YouTube himself, Timo Optimum. Too much to take, says Jola Gang. I don't know what that means, or how to pronounce it, more importantly. However, I'll just say hi, my friend, and welcome. Brian says, Qigong versus yoga, was going to ask your opinion on that one. It is on my list to watch today, Brian. I'm going to watch it while I have my last meal for a day. I'm looking forward to it. Here says, stay blessed and blessing for the Timo. Let's see. Ronabel, did I get that right? I come in the name of Jesus. Well, welcome, my friend. Brian says, now you just need 48. So we're getting there. Brian is here to support your dream, my friend. Odom says, amen to Ronaby. And yes, thanks. Are you a mod? I guess you're the top mod on your channel. Brian says hello to Odom says yes. Brian says hello to Timo. Arnold says, what are we doing on this stream? We're talking about all kinds of stuff. I was talking about breath work and meditation and yoga. We got some great questions from our friend BA. We sort of slid into YouTubing and how happy we are doing what we're doing. Just doing our best to put out positive, loving content that reflects who we are and sharing it with people. Optimal says, hi to Brian. Let's see, BA says, what is the ultimate reality from your perception? Any ultimate reality that I described wouldn't be the ultimate reality. It would just be a description, which means that it would be one step removed from ultimate reality. I think the best we could say is ultimate reality is, and then not say anything. If I had to use a word, I'd just say ultimate reality is consciousness itself, and that consciousness can be expressed infinitely. So there's no ultimate state. Every state is an ultimate reflection of consciousness itself. It's like Indra's web, holographic, one thing reflecting everything, fractal patterns. Or I could be completely wrong. Austin says hi to Optimum. Odom says 47 more Jade. Nice, guys. Optimum says I have some headache. I'm sorry to hear that, Timo. Mocha gets horrendous migraines that can actually leave her bedridden for sometimes days at a time. Austin drops his link. Thank you, Austin. Hey, Austin. You're always welcome to drop your link, but also if you have a particular video that you like, that you've done, that you're proud of, feel free to drop that too. That way you let people know that, you know, what you're doing, the kind of work that you're putting out, the kind of content that you're putting out. It's funny, what I started talking about was along the lines of sort of ultimate consciousness and all the paths that people have to arrive there, and how for me it has all boiled down into the simplicity of being out in nature, breath work, meditation, and forgiving. That's it. That's it. I don't think I need anything more. I don't need the realization of ultimate reality. I don't need the final stages of samadhi. I don't need enlightenment. I think the practice is enlightenment. I think meditation itself is enlightenment. Hey, Eric LaPointe. Jace, my friend. Poop howdy, my friend. Let's see. Jace says only 27 likes. Just stacking Yogi. Poop howdy. Poop howdy to you. Man, I'm Generation X. We're a generation of slackers. We're teaching other generations how to be slackers. Eric Point says now 28. Hey, Ash, how are you? Ash says, hey, Yogi, just popping in. Been super busy. Life gets that way sometimes, doesn't it, my friend? I hope you're doing well, Ash. Eric Point says, hey to Timo, Austin, Odom, Jace, and Brian. Hey, Eric LaPointe. I can't tell you how extremely happy I am that our friend Timo made me Kevin Bacon instead of Sean Penn's brother. Huge relief. For one, does anyone know Sean Penn's brother's? I know he passed away. His actual name? He's always been Sean Penn's brother for me. That's not bad. You know, someone's got to be Sean Penn's brother, right? But hey, Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon stands on his own. I know he has a brother too, because they have a band, the Bacon Brothers. BA says, thank you for sharing your experience. Nice to meet you. You're a beautiful soul. Thank you, BA. I appreciated the conversation. Man, you were on point with your questions, my friend. Timo says, hello, my two Erics. Sean Penn, brother, and Kevin Bacon. They can refer to Eric LaPointe and I. We got some laugh emojis. Have you guys seen those videos that Timo did? For one, they're hilarious. for 2, perfectly edited. I mean, he put it together based on a conversation that we were all having yesterday within less than an hour. Beautifully edited videos. Eric Lapointe and I having a dance off. There it is, guys. Click on the link. For those who ever wondered, what would Eric Lapointe look like if he looked like Sean Penn's brother? Timo has taken all the guessing out of the game. Now you know. Legitimately, Timo is a genius. This says, I see 29. There is 29. Wow. Ash says, I'm good, and you? I'm doing good, Ash. I'm glad to hear that you're doing well. Stuart the Fish Whisperer is here. Stuart, the Zen Master Fish Whisperer. I'm convinced Stuart is a Zen Master. Hey, Stuart, the other day you shared a bit of your story and you shared some of Bob's story. I can't tell you how much that inspired me. The next morning, walking with Milka, and I told her about that, and I said, it confirms to me that this is what I want to do. This is 29. It was back then. Now it's 30. Hey, Flower. Flower says, now it's cheese, Sir Jace. Flower says, hi, Ash and Yogi. Flower, my friend, how are you? Stuart says, hello, Eric, brother. Oh, that reminds me, I need to send a photo to Timo. I used the picture of you to Eric's from YouTube, if that's okay, of the quality. That was perfect. It was hilarious. All right, everyone's saying hi. Ash says, oh, I have to go. Lots of love to you, my friend. Always appreciate it when Ash is able to stop by, as well as our friend Flower. Ash says, hey to Mira and bye to Flower. Hey, look at that. I'm caught up in the chat. Flower says, I've been good. Thanks for asking. Mira says that he's good. So yesterday we had a conversation. I don't know how it got started. A dance-off between Eric Lapointe and myself. And Optimob took it to the logical conclusion of actually creating a dance scene from Footloose. And Timo had the foresight to envision me as Kevin Bacon and Eric Lapointe as Sean Penn's brother. I ought to look that up. There might be a chance that when he was born, his parents looked at him and said, we're going to call you Sean Penn's brother. Could be. Eric Flower says, you should put on a pink tutu. Obviously, she's talking to Eric Lapointe. And I couldn't agree more. Eric Lapointe, Eric, the Sugar Plum Lapointe, should put on a pink tutu. Timo says, I couldn't resist to make that video. It was inspired genius, Timo. Timo says, Sweden and I, trying always to bring some fun and joy here on our channel. And you know what? you do an excellent job, but more than that, you share out that fun and joy with everyone. We were talking, Sabine and Sue and Odom, um, about YouTube, our channels, doing what we um, finally feel like maybe we're doing what we should be doing. A lot of it was also inspired by BA, who was asking some great questions, very insightful, pointed questions. The purpose of life. And my answer was, I don't know. Maybe this is it. Maybe the point of life is me looking at a camera and having a conversation and laughing. Maybe it's just about laughing. Maybe the point of life is fluid. There's not a point of life. As Odom says, it's life. The point of life is life. So it's fluid. Everything we're doing is the point of life. So if that's the case, make sure you do something that is meaningful and joyful for you. Why waste all that fluidity? Why waste all those points of life by doing something that does not bring joy to your heart, as well as spread joy to other people? Simple as that. In Sanskrit, seva, S-E-V-A, service, a life of service. Pancake says, hello, Eric, waving at Eric Lapointe. Flower says, we'll do so to you. Tamir. Mintu says, namaste, and namaste to you, my friend. Welcome back. Flower says, I do have to go, sadly, but in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Good night to you, my friend Flower. Thanks for stopping in. Flower says, hi to Minty, Mintu. I got it. Austin says, hey to Eric. Jason says, hi to Pancake. So I got a new one today. I was on Goga. He was doing live stream. And obviously I had to slip in the Muir comment to get a laugh. And that brought out a post-demure comment where I was classified not as demure, but as cutesy. I've never heard that before. No one has ever said cutesy in my direction. I'm still processing that experience. Also says, how is everyone doing today? Hey, speaking of Austin, is everyone subscribed to our friend Austin? Flower or Austin is someone else who he wants to be monetized. He wants to put out the things that he cares about, share them with other people. Man, it's my opinion. It's an awesome thing to do. The thing I keep reminding myself about being on purpose, about doing the things that we feel how we're supposed to be expressing ourselves, is going back to the Bhagavad Gita, where, talks an awful lot about Dharma, finding our purpose, living our purpose, and most of all, surrendering all of that to God, or your concept of God, whatever that might be. Let's say the Tao. And that Krishna counsels Arjuna that you are entitled to your effort, but not the results of your effort. You are entitled to action, but not the fruit of your actions. Whenever I get anxious, not really anxious, when I wonder, why do some videos do better than others? Why some live streams people show up, other live streams no one shows up? It doesn't matter. That's the fruit of the action. I'm not entitled to that. I'm only entitled to the action. The fruit of the action is up to God, the Tao, the universe. So I just do my part. That's it. Do your part. When I watch Stuart, the Zen master fish whisperer, tie a lure at his table, I think it's his kitchen table. I never asked him. He's not tying it and saying, I really hope this catches a lot of fish. I really hope that someone's going to be successful with this. He's tying a lure. That's it. With intent, with infinite patience, with love. What comes afterwards is not his responsibility. He's not entitled to it. It's surrender. I love seeing that. I remind myself, I put out a video. One person watches it. I hope it's the right person, meaning I hope they get a sense of joy when they see it. Or if 2,000 people watch it, awesome. I hope they get something out of it. I can't control that. I could drive myself crazy trying to. Doesn't mean that you don't do things in order to make it successful. Obviously you do. No one, again, does that better than Optimob. They brought it into a fine art. Pancake says, Austin, connected, done. Nice. Thank you, Pancake. Optimob says, Austin, please come on Sunday to our event premiere. There are always nice people, and they will sub to your channel. You are invited. And that's true. It's a great way. It's a great way to spend. For me, it's a Sunday late afternoon. Others, it might be Sunday night, Sunday evening. It's a great way to spend the day. You're inspired. You get to hang out with some really, really nice people. It's absolutely beautiful. And you can make new connections. And to me, connection is the key word. We had that conversation with Jace, unity in the community. If you are, that was Jace's phrasing, beautifully said. If you are just in it to make a subscriber, I think it's going to be limited. If you are adding a link to the endless chain in the community that is just expanding and expanding and expanding, you're going to be successful. Use Eric LaPointe as an inspiration, how he grew his channel. I never once heard him say, what about me? What do I get out of this? Jace says, it's all about the now. I see it clearly. Thank you, Eric. Beautiful. Jace, absolutely beautiful. There's a line I've been thinking about a lot lately in Course in Miracles. The one and only wholly true statement we can make about the past or the future is that it's not here. It's not here. That realization, how beautiful is that? The only wholly true thing we can say about the past is that it's not here. If it's not here, why are we letting it affect us? It's a thought. It's a memory. Not even here. An illusion. Speed says, hi to Jace. Austin says, thanks, Optimob. I mentioned before, Austin has really fun and funny videos. It's extremely, extremely clever what he does. Jace says, Mirror, you're a good man. He absolutely is. Hey, Tandra, how are you? I didn't see you come in, my friend. I apologize. I was told at the beginning of the conversation that Tandra is now officially over 200 subscribers. So, Tandra, way back, I've been talking for over an hour now. You were one of the first topics of the conversation. Congratulations, 200, my friend. Absolutely awesome. Just says 33 likes. Wow. That might tie my best. Here says, Jace Sparrow, I don't miss Tandra today. Tandra's sister up 200, 205. If I missed something, let me know, guys. Timo says, Austin Garrett, we really try to help others. So many channels helped us to grow. And with the watch hours. And they really do help so many people. Mintu says, are you visiting India anytime soon? I'm not, my friend. It would be awesome. I am not much of a traveler. Let's see. Austin, everyone in our Premiere is mod and can easily sub to you. Or you can get there on your channel and have the Premiere watch on their audience. Channels that video, leave a comment, and they will sub to you. I think that's really the best way. Is you click on someone's link and you say, hello, I'm a friend of Optimob as well. I saw you over there. I'm watching your video now. I'm connected. 10 times out of 10, everyone connects back. Mi vida loca. BG, as I've discovered. I've actually discovered several times, but I always forget. Background. Hello, my friend Buddha. Tony says, yes, got there on live stream today. Thank you very much. Buddha says, hi, everyone, and Yogi. How you doing, Buddha? Buddha says, Yogi team, do that and support each other. Absolutely. 100%. Chandra says it is a great community. And again, not to sound repetitive, it's just a really fun, pleasant, and beautiful way to spend an hour on a Sunday. It brings my week to a close and opens my week. It's a nice end point and beginning point at the same time. Buddha says, hey everyone, much love and respect. Just on a panel, sir, sorry, it's my friend's birthday. I was there for a while celebrating trending. Not a problem at all, Buddha. I think that we will probably shut things down 5-10 minutes. Regroup, come back again later. So, speaking of watch hours, Jace, Runner Boy, those guys are getting really close. Hey Jace, where are your watch hours at now? And who else? Guys, put it out there. Never ever hesitate to ask for some help. Here's how I got monetized. I ask people, I need help. Or I put it out there, I need help. No pressure, no expectations. If you got a spare minute. Every minute counts when you're adding up those watch hours. 10:40 now. All right. One thing that seemed to me is once I hit 1,000, things started happening quicker. Let's see. Buddha says, trending has been trying to get her watch hours past 2 years. All right. Whenever I see trending live, I have her up and running for she's like Kayla Bill. If I see Kayla doing a live stream, I have her up and running for the duration of however long she's doing it. And Kayla is an endurance athlete. She's an endurance live streamer. She can go for days. Doesn't matter. As long as I'm up, she's up on the computer. I do the same thing. I try to do the same thing with trending. When I see her, I'll put her up. But now, thanks for saying that, Buddha. I will start watching her playlist. So I'll have her up. I'll have her up. I'll have Jace, and I'll have Running Boy. And then I also, there's people that I throw in watch hours as I'm able. Amy McFarlane, and Ivy, although Ivy has said because of other circumstances that she's not overly pressed about it right now. I still like helping though when I can. Dagmar, I like helping her whenever I'm able. Caroline, her as well. But the three big projects right now, the one, Runner Boy, Jace, and now trending. Reaper. Reaper says, a lot of us need to thank Buddha and Trending for their amazing support. They are everywhere. All right, Tandra. I got you covered, my friend. Tandra says, I need help with watch hours, and I also help other people. And Tandra, you have, I got your channel up right now. Keep adding to your watch list. And I'll play your whole watch list. That's what I do with Jace. That's what I do with Runner Boy. And that's what I will be doing with Trending. And that's what I'll be doing with you, Tandra. What's up, Reaper? Hey, you still on vacation? Reaper says, hello, good morning, beautiful YouTube family. Mir says, hey, Burpee brother, how are you today? Jay says, Louis brother. Reaper says, when Buddha raids, it's on. Let's see, Tandra says, what's Runner Boy's link? Give me 1 second. Let me know if this works, because it doesn't always. I'm on a desktop, so I don't know if it'll open on a phone. Tandra says, thanks, Yogi. You're welcome, my friend. Timo says, hi to the Burpee Reaper. I'd like to explain to you this channel is now a dance channel. It is a dance channel. All dance all the time, 24/7 dancing. We were gonna have a burpee dance off, but we decided to exclude the Burpee Reaper. Guys, I've seen him throw in some moves before, and I can't compete. I will admit that now. I can't compete. I cannot compete with Burpee Reaper in a dance off. Here's the one thing I know I can beat the Burpee Reaper. I'm balder than he is. That's it. That's my only certainty. If Burpee Reaper and I were to have a bald off, I'd win 100%, hands down. I could easily beat Eric Lapointe because I finally saw him without a baseball hat. Finally. Didn't even have a bandana. Bareheaded. Let's see. Justice says, are you a survivor, sir? Survivor from some things, certainly. Definitely a survivor from a decade of alcohol abuse and a decade of other substance abuse before that. Timo is laughing. We got the dance video drop. Guys, make sure to check it out. You are going to laugh. Yeah, Reaper checked it out. He's laughing. Tanya says, yes, will do. Thank you. Reaper says, yes, I am. Let's see. Mir says, sir, just go to Chandra Live and see their total subs are only 161 and boost to 208. 208 now? Awesome. Reaper says, working out a bit, wondering if I should go live real quick. Go live for a workout? Mir says, I support regularly to Tundra. Jay says, not for me, no links working. I'm sorry, I think it's because I dropped it from a desktop. Mir says, once more boosts for Tundra to 500. Nice, guys. Timo says, are you on a laptop or a smartphone, Jace? About the link. Tanya says, that link brings me to your channel. Yeah, I was afraid because I'm on, if you were on a desktop, I think it would open. I'm using my phone to record or not record, whatever it is. I'm using my phone to live stream. Timo says, I have often the same problem to open a link from the chat. This says, let's go, Eric. I think Jace probably has some moves as well. I don't know if I want to have a dance off with Jace. I think Jace could bring it. Trending Live says, I'd like to Sir Yogi. Thank you, Trending. Happy birthday, my friend. I would sing, but since it's your birthday, you don't need that. My singing would not help today at all. But no, sincerely, my friend, all love to you on your birthday. Reaper says his vacation ends Sunday. Yep, I'm going to agree with Buddha. Wish you the best last few days. Go home Monday. Yeah, take an extra day. Reaper says, thank you, Buddha. Reaper says, yeah, when I vacation, I vacation, damn it. That's the way to do it. Buddha says, no problem. Your wife deserves a vacation. She certainly does. Trending says, appreciate you all for everything. And you are much appreciated as well. Tanja says, Trending, happy birthday. Timo says, Eric, can you look into the camera without glasses? I can try to do it without squinting. A squint is my natural expression. It's going to freak people out. I actually don't wear glasses through the day. Only when I am here. Was that enough? Or you need me to do it again? You know what that means without the glasses? It means more Kevin Bacon. It means I'm going to be even more Kevin Bacon-esque. As if that's possible. I know when I first did live streams, you guys came here and you immediately thought, hey, is that Kevin Bacon? Did Kevin Bacon lose all his hair? But it wasn't. It was me. It is done. All right, I'm looking forward to seeing what comes next. This says, I've just unliked, unsubbed, and gone back 20 minutes. How did that come about, Jace? Trending says, thank you so much to Tandra, Mir. Thank you so much. So, my immediate list. The immediate list excludes the people that I, go and lend hours to when possible. The immediate list: Jace, Boy, Tandra, Trending Live. Those four, we help those four, and then we all move on. We help the next person. Whenever possible, help each other. And here's the thing: in some little way, it's always possible. 100% always possible. Tanya says, Yogi, thank you. Absolutely my pleasure. Because, Tandra, as you said, you help people as well. You support other people as well. So, Jace had a wonderful line this morning. Unity in the community. It's just perfect. Perfectly expressed, easy to remember. That's why we're here. I got monetized because of my friends. I had people like Walking with Goldie, and she would actually have me on 24/7. Odom showing up, just being a quiet presence. Sister Destiny, Burpee Reaper, Eric LaPointe, everyone pulled in to help. All of you guys, every single one of you, too many to mention. So now we go on and we do it again, and we do it again, and we do it again. These are the channels that lift up the collective consciousness of YouTube itself. When you lift up the collective consciousness of YouTube, you're lifting up the collective consciousness of society as a whole. One beautiful thing. Indra's web. I mentioned this earlier. Indra's web, the infinite web of consciousness. You plug, it's a holograph. Everything reflecting everything. One thing reflecting the entirety reflecting one thing. You plug on a web, one strand, the entire web vibrates. That's superstring theory in essence. As simplified as can be stated, the only way that I can state it would be simplified, because I don't understand the whole thing, other than from whatever absolute nothingness that existence springs from comes vibrational strings. Those strings, for whatever reason, let's call it an intent, vibrate. And from that vibrational energetic pattern, particles emerge. Particles form atoms. Atoms form molecules, and on and on and on. And then we have a universe of us, all from vibrations. So you put out a beautiful video, you support one person, the entire universe vibrates with the quality of that loving intent that you just did. Doesn't get any better than that. To be part of that doesn't get any better. So if someone were to say, as they did earlier, beginning of the conversation, what's the purpose of life? Be of service. If there's another purpose, it will reveal itself on its own. The one thing I know, I'm happiest when I'm of service for other people. I'm full of joy. I'm more my greatest self when I'm of service to other people. When I stop doing that, I start to worry, I start to fret, I start to wonder. All these little things, they all get to you. But when I'm helping someone, I don't have any of those thoughts. I just have the thought of doing what I love to do. I think probably most, if not all, of us can say the same thing. When we're helping someone, all the other thoughts. Oh, you know what? Speaking of support, if you guys wouldn't mind, obviously supporting each other, Stuart the Fish Whisperer and anything possible. 43 likes. That's crazy. I don't even know 43 people. I don't think 43 people have liked, that many people have liked me in my entire life. I know people who've known me my entire life who wouldn't bother to hit the like button. They might hit the he's okay button if there was actually such a thing. Maybe there should be. There should be a shrug button. I've seen better. I'm fine with that. Optimop says we'll be right back. Timo says, I have to admit that was my absolute first face swap video, but you know what? You did it so well. It was beautifully done. Jay says, I pressed it 3 times. Well, that's high praise. Jace is a good enough friend to give me 3 thumbs up. Much appreciated. Timo is having supper. I'm going to have my last meal for the day in just a minute. I think we'll shut things down. Uh-oh. All bets are off now. Timo just said, did you hear this, Jace? By the way, I have a picture of Jace too. We got big things coming. Who is Jace going to be? Man, I hope I'm not bumped. I hope that Jace doesn't become the next Kevin Bacon and I'm bumped to be Sean Penn's brother. I might not even be Sean Penn's brother. I might be Sean Penn's brother's younger brother. Now I'm scared. Just says I can't wait. I can't wait, Timo. All right, guys. So we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna see what Jace has. We're gonna see what Optimob has in store for us. We get laugh emojis from Eric Point. I thought the demotion from Kevin Bacon to Sean Penn's brother's younger brother would possibly get laugh from Eric LaPointe. Eric LaPointe says, another great live. Thank you, Eric. Jay says, I have something to send to you both after the stream on DM. Tandra says, bye, everyone. Take care. Tandra, again, congratulations on the 200 plus subscribers. We are big things now. We're moving up. 500 is just a stepping stone to get to 1,000, to get to 1K. So we're going to work on getting Austin to 1K. All right. Austin's back. Thanks for coming back. Need a better pick. Are you ready? Oh, you need a better pick of Eric LP. Hey, what about in his Holy Grail video, his 1,000 burpee? Because he wasn't wearing a hat. So you might be able to get a good pick. Eric says he'll try. Timo says maybe you can send it to me. tbecker.net. All right. So, thanks, guys. I'll be back 2.5 hours, 3 hours, something like that. I might reach out to our friend William, see how he's doing. Austin drops a link to his short, if you guys can check that out. I just clicked on it, so I'll be watching it in just a minute. All right, there it is. Thanks, guys. Austin says, short video. Mir says, wait, sir. What's up, Mir? Hey, also, by the way, I would drop it, but we'd have the same problem. Our friend Skits has a new video up, so if you can check him out. If you're not subscribed to Skits, please do so. We want to keep him growing. We were talking about those. We were talking about those positive vibes. Skits is putting it out there. Mir says, "Wait, sir, now up to 50 likes. Done. Thank you. That is the most ever. You guys, I appreciate that. 50 likes. It's a good number. Good number to call it a day on, or at least call it an afternoon on. I think we had like 20 plus people at one time. Always fun. And it was a great conversation. I love talking about this kind of stuff. From talking about the meditation and yoga and breath work, all the way to the inspiration of YouTube. And of course, I love talking about Sean Penn's brother. Obviously. Who doesn't? Who didn't have a poster of Sean Penn's brother on their bedroom wall at night? I certainly, well, I didn't. Maybe I should have. Mir says, welcome, Sir Yogi. I think 50 is good. Jay says 51, thumbs up. I take what I can get. All of it's appreciated. Absolutely all of it's appreciated. We got a laugh emoji from Eric LaPointe. All right, guys, if you got nothing to do, come on back and hang out. I don't remember if Reaper said he was definitely going to do a live stream or not, but be on the lookout for him. Check out Austin's video. Check out Skits' video. Go to Optimob and laugh at probably the best I'm ever going to look dancing. Probably the best Eric LaPointe is ever going to look dancing. Probably. We'll see. All right, guys. With that, everyone take care. 51. Thanks, guys. Much appreciated.